moving from place to place. Good morning, good morning, morning, good morning, morning.
Morning viewers, and welcome to the Tobago Updates morning show, coming to you here live from the Port Mall in Scarborough, Tobago. Yes, viewers, as we continue to give God thanks for life, it's Monday. It's a Monday morning. I am Julian Skeet.
And I am Adana Kumbi. This is the day that the Lord has made, and we will continue to rejoice and be glad in it. And yes, it is Monday the 29th of January 2024. The longest, what they call the longest month in the year, is coming to an end, Julian. It's coming to an end. Good morning, viewers, and welcome, welcome, welcome. Yes, we are nearing the end of what they term the most challenging month of the year, but we made it by the grace of God. Julian, the weekend again, full with so many activities and so many things to be proud of and so many things to celebrate this Monday morning.
In fact, I want to head straight on over to our page in the lineup this morning. Congratulations going out. You know, if you paid attention any at all and you followed the steel pan sensation and the vibes and the energy, Cats and Jammers of Black Rock, Tobago, you know, in terms of topping the medium band semi-finals, it makes you excited naturally heading on in to the finals. And certainly the other two Tobago bands, Dixieland Steel Orchestra and NGC Steel Explosion, have also advanced to the finals. So again, we say commendations indeed. We're doing good things. We're doing good things, Adana. It's a feel-good kind of Monday.
That's right. You know, and I love to celebrate when we come out on top. I really love the euphoria and the feeling and the togetherness that we get, the community kind of feeling. You know, long time when one person in the community pass common entrance, everybody's celebrating because it's all of us pass. That is how I feel with this. That is how I feel every time we excel. So we're looking forward to the finals that is upcoming, and it's happening in Tobago. The finals are happening in Tobago with our it's the three bands.
Certainly looking forward.
And also we have four young people qualifying for the finals, of course, of the junior Calypso Monarchs. They're also happening. So you know, it really is a proud moment here in Tobago. It is a proud moment for us here at Tobago Updates Television. You know, we always celebrate our victories. We always celebrate our persons who are rising up and representing Tobago well, especially in the field of culture, as we establish ourselves in internationally. And
commendations also going out to first and second place in the large band semi-finals that also took place over the weekend. There was BP Renegades and Trinidad All Stars, first and second respectively. But you know the significance with Duvon.
That's right.
as one in the mix as well. So certainly commendations indeed. And I don't want to forget, they would have gone into the mix certainly to Tobago bands that were not necessarily up at the top, but certainly going across there and placing 13 Buccaneers and Redemption 15. But congratulations on a good performance. You know, we really have to encourage our large bands as well to keep up the great work, representing out there. And I want to make the point to join with those of you on social media to see I have no challenges with my colleagues viewing from Trinidad and far and wide. And naturally, I want to say to you, we look forward to having you in Tobago for the medium band finals. And should you experience any minor challenges in travel or on your way to Tobago, I want to say to you, do not let it deter you at all. As an island, we look forward to welcoming you to the greatest little island on the planet. And in case you get too concerned and upset, just remember, from Tobago, we do this every time we come across for steel pan in Trinidad. So let's spread it out a bit. It's not going to be perfect, because we don't have a perfect experience every time at all when our bands have to consistently head across to compete at the national level. So give us one time we're asking you all to take a little inconvenience and come to Tobago as we celebrate the medium band finals that will take place right here on the island. I hope you're all okay with that.
That's right, Julian, making your point there, of course, not giving up that opportunity to make that point. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to head on over to news in 90 seconds.
Julian and Adana, here is your news in 90 seconds for Monday, 29 January 2024. 6 Tobagonian Calypsonians have made it into the semi-finals of Tuco Calypso Fiesta, scheduled to take place in Skinner Park on Saturday. Those who qualified include Alex Giff, aka Tobago Chalky, Giselle Fraser, Nicole Thomas, Wendy Thomas Garrick, Shanika Dinoon, and Caston Cupid. Meanwhile, in the realm of steel pan, 3 of Tobago bands are advancing to the 2024 Panorama Medium Band Finals set to take place on February 4th at Parade Grounds in Bacalet. These bands are Cats and Jammers, Carib Dixieland, and NGC Explosion. The Signal Hill Government Primary School is scheduled to reopen today after successful health and safety assessments and remedial action according to the Division of Education, Research and Technology. The closure of the school allowed for extensive cleaning, disinfectants, and necessary adjustments to meet public health recommendations following a rodent infestation. The division assured parents that they are dedicated to upholding the highest health and safety standards and are closely collaborating with the Public Health Department to promptly address any other concerns that may arise as classes resume. And finally, Senator Wade Mark warned that counterfeit $100 bills are circulating in the public during a press conference yesterday. Mark said that despite government investments in polymer currency, which is supposed to have made modern security features, a counterfeit racket affecting citizens, businesses, and banks in Trinidad and Tobago. He is calling for urgent action from the government, the central bank governor, and the Commissioner of Police to conduct a thorough investigation into the source of counterfeit $100 bills. And that was your news in 90 seconds.
Thank you very much there, Biana. And I know you did with your 1 week out. Well, sorry, let me not say out as if the children had a vacation.
That's
right. Out with work and getting onto that online platform. Kudos there. I love the fact, Adana, that we saw and the commendations going out to Signal Hill there. We know that they returned to school today, a safer environment and so on. But what was really excellent, even for those few days, just about a week or so that the students were out of the physical classroom, Principal Devines and the team activated the online platform.
Right, that's right. They did not hesitate. And every day the assignments were coming in like clockwork, and they were expected to submit so that they can, assess them to see that, to ensure that they are engaged. So kudos again to the Signal Hill Government Primary School, always a step ahead.
Oh, yes. And in case they missed that release that just, would have been out for some time, and I know it would have been shared far and wide. School resumes this morning.
That's right.
So parents, if you're listening to this and you might be on your way and thinking the child will have school, call home immediately for them to help them to get ready. School resumes today at Signal Hill Government Primary. All right, commendations indeed. Well, folks, we're heading on into our birthday shout-outs.
And on screen celebrating a birthday, Julian, you want to take this one?
This started this morning, and in fact, this would have been in before. But I know she won't forgive me if I didn't. Our very own good Rotarian Marlene. And this greeting indeed is coming from the entire Rotary family and from my family as well, Rotarian Marlene Murphy. Wishing you a happy belated birthday. And we know that the celebrations will continue. And this flows straight into on screen my very good friend out there, Nadine Stewart Phillips. I know certainly loving life and enjoying life. I want to wish you the very, very best and to wish you a happy birthday and indeed continued blessings. You see how she's starring and thing? Happy birthday going out to you, Nadine.
Happy birthday today. And the next on screen celebrating a birthday is Jeffrey Williams. Jeffrey celebrating his birthday today, and we want to wish you a very happy birthday from the entire team here at the Tobago Updates Television. We want to wish you the very best, and we hope that you enjoy your day.
Birthday blessings going out to you, Jeffrey. And yes, we do see quite clearly Liz taking care of you in style, Jeffrey. All right, and we're heading straight on over. In my family connection out there, my cousin celebrated her birthday over the course of the weekend. Sunil Skeet, wishing you a happy birthday and continued blessings to you, cuz.
And on screen and celebrating is Carol Fraser Davidson. It's a belated birthday, and we want to wish you a happy birthday as you continue in that spirit of celebrating. We pray that God continues to bless you and that you enjoy all the love that comes with birthday celebrations.
Yes, and this is a reminder as well. Carol Fraser Davidson is one of our faithful viewers. Happy birthday going out to you, Miss Carol. And on screen, my neighbor from long time, a faithful supporter as well, Marcia Allen Boucher, wishing you a happy birthday, Marcia Allen Boucher. We want to wish you continued blessings, and we trust that you will continue to enjoy the birthday celebrations.
Right, and on screen is Wilkinson Ellison Coker. It's a belated birthday, and we want to wish you the very best, and we do hope that you continue to enjoy the love and the family and the friendship and the fun and all the blessings that come with celebrating a birthday. Happy belated birthday to you. And bringing up the birthdays is Morris Leslie. Belated birthday to you, Morris Leslie. We do hope that you continue to enjoy the birthday celebrations, that you continue to enjoy the love and the family and fellowship and friendship. Happy belated birthday to you, and to all our birthday celebrants, we want to wish you a very happy birthday from all of us with love, right here from the Tobago Updates Television family. Happy birthday.
Birthday shout-outs going out to you indeed. We trust that you enjoy the celebrations. Yes, most certainly this morning. And I can't forget my sponsors at all in the mix and the lineup. Yes, folks, this morning I'm outfitted by Rashad's, and that's Rashad's Men's Store, located down there at Le Chateau in Mount Pleasant. Want to remind you to connect with them at 631-1049, or feel free to check in with them on social media or visit the store. Certainly it's always about an experience when you get there in terms of preparing for that outfit for any event that you can think of. That's outfitted this morning by Rashad's Men's Store. And I can't forget my barber in the mix also.
That's right.
Making it happen. I like to say making the magic happen, and he decided I'm going to try a new look with the beard and so on. I don't know how far I'm going to get with it, but I'm going to try a new look. Certainly Classic Cuts by Aquilon, and he's located there in Susulans. The contact number is 358-2321. That's Classic Cuts by Aquilons. Certainly we want to say thank you so much. We all have been here from day one, continuing to support efforts with the Tobago Updates morning show. We just want to take time out to say thank you as we head straight on into our rundown for this morning.
Right, conversations in studio begin with Tamika Seals Manzano, and she's a director of food crop production in the agriculture division, and we're talking about a decline in Tobago farmers. A decline, so we're going to have that conversation to see what's happening there. We also speak with Rodel Kirk. He's the superintendent of the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service. We're talking about, of course, our usual crime update, updates of what's been happening in Tobago, and also safety for the upcoming Carnival season. We have that conversation. And rounding our conversations this morning in studio, our guest Candice Robinson, chairman Tuco Tobago region, Danaya Mohammed, a student of Signal Hill Government Primary School, Keese, I hope I pronounced that name correctly, Davidson of Bishop's High School, Tobago, Kaya Arnold of Scarborough Secondary School, and Nataki Thompson of Scarborough Secondary School. We're all talking about National Junior Calypso Monarch finalists. So that is how our conversation is going to be tailored this morning. So we do hope that you continue to stay with us as we bring you this information and the conversation with our guests. Before we go for a quick break, I just want to say good morning to some of our viewers who are online this morning. I want to say good morning to Pearl Murray Beard, who is always here, always sending her love to us. We want to say good morning to you. Sazid Ahmad, good morning. Terry Trinidad, good morning. Marilyn Spence Joe Field, good morning. Shala Ramsey Roberts, good morning, good morning, good morning to you. Good morning.
I just want to take that time as well to shout out in the mix, always tuned in, Lisel James on the outside there, Mrs. Charles out in Susulans, continuing to connect with us, Crystal Washington Tom, Auntie Helen out there in the mix, Helen Simon, as well as Carl Simon out there in the mix, continuing to tune in, Terry Trinidad. All right, to each and every one of you continuing to take the time out, we want to say thank you so much. And I had to drop in a bit this morning because we had some greatness happening, even if you were paying attention to the cricket as well.
That's right.
That took place on this weekend, and I can't wait for Friday with Marcus.
Right, to bring that.
With Marcus, Mr. Cricket himself, Daniel. Kudos going out to Shamar Joseph out there. Certainly, as one of the posts would have said it, an absolute rock star. Windies had to wait 27 years for a test win.
Bringing tears to
Had
the
to
eyes
wait
of big men.
27
That's
years for a test win. And you know, as you said that you saw even the reactions
That's
from
right,
the likes of
emotional.
Brian, Charles, Lara
Carl
in
Cooper,
the mix.
yes.
You know, certainly that kind of joy and that sense of satisfaction.
That's right.
Not necessarily coming from an already established figure that you know.
That's right.
But certainly a young man out there, if I'm not mistaken, age 24.
24 years.
Age 24 years, really seeking to make waves. And I think without hesitation, anybody in the cricket fraternity will say they have seen potential and know without a shadow of a doubt it's only up and up for this young man, certainly making waves. And God knows we're operating in a time where we look forward to up and great talents.
That's right.
stepping forward in cricket and in West Indies. So certainly kudos and commendations going out there. And I know without hesitation, Marcus Daniel will take you through that in much more detail by the time we head into our sports segment on Friday.
That's right. All right, viewers, we're going to go for a short break before we begin conversations with our studio and guests. But we ask you to stay with us, and while you stay, this is your opportunity to share the live. Share the live. Share the live.
From Authentic Builders General Hardware, located right here in Tobago, local road, Tobago. That's correct, right here in Tobago. And we are offering you guys the best prices on all hardware material. And if you would like to get your free quotation done, all you have to do is WhatsApp us at 272-1990 and we will give you guys the best prices on all hardware material. That is a guarantee, as we are matching or beating any quotations.
Rotisserie, mouth-watering fries, salads, combos, and specials galore. Feeling for something to eat? Come and see. Our rotisserie is seasoned to the T. Kicking chicken, masala, and jerk roast. Crispy fries made from scratch. Who do you know can't beat that? Or salads freshly cut and packed. When you taste it, you'll be wanting to come back. So come check us out on number 2 Robinson Street, Uptown Scarborough, Tobago. We open on Saturday nights from 7:30 to 11:30 p.m. Monday to Thursday, we're open from 10 a.m. to 9:30 p.m. and on Friday, 10 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Contact us at 772-7443 and all social media handles at The Rotisserie Factory.
Put a smile on your face when you're moving from place to place. Good morning, good morning, morning. Good morning.
Good morning, viewers, and welcome back to the Tobago Updates morning show. We're just at about 7:17 a.m. and certainly happy to have you here with us this morning. I'm Julian Skeet, and we're heading on into this first interview this morning. We have joining us online Tamika Seals Manzano, Director of Food Crop Production of the Division of Food Production. Good morning to you and welcome.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for having me on this morning.
All right, certainly. We're diving straight on in. I don't know whether to say you'd have had the distinct pleasure of reporting to the GSC, or you were called before, along with your team, to report on matters related to the division. So let's start there. One of the issues that certainly arose is discussions regarding what is being defined as the decline in Tobago farmers. This is something we've long been, been proud about. Tobago being able to produce. Yes, we know that there have been reductions, but it seems to be of a greater number than we would have anticipated over time. Tell us a little bit about that.
Right. Well, good morning again, everyone. Just to clarify, I think it was taken a little bit out of context. I would have said that we have registered 4,037 farmers, which is an uptick from 2015, which was 1,009. We would have done a Tobago Farmers Survey in 2022. And that survey took a sample size of the farmers. It means that it did not go to 4,037 farmers, but it took a sample size. And out of that sample size, we got 343 active farmers, right? That does not necessarily mean that there's a decline, but it does indicate what we would have recognized before. When I say before, I would say about 2020, thereabouts, is that there was an aging farmer population, right? So that the division recognized that in order for the farming community to continue to perpetuate, you would have to begin to make some direct interventions. And that is what started to happen during that time. We would recognize that there are challenges in agriculture in terms of the demography of Tobago. We have between farmers on lands between 0.2 and 0.4 hectares. That means we have small scale farmers as opposed to Trinidad with larger land size. Yes? So those smaller farmers now need to capitalize on the holding that they have, the size that they have. So therefore, what the division has started to do, coming out of the survey and coming out of assessment, is two things. One, we recognize that we have to rationalize the listing to identify really how many farmers we have in active production, meaning moving from subsistence to commercial. We also want to look at the fact that farmers do need to treat farming as a business. How many farmers are out there treating it as a business? That's the only way we're going to get to food, to be food secure, and to have more persons fully engaged in farming. So right now we have a number of farmers that are what we consider part-time farmers. It means that they have another job and they do the farming part-time. Farming needs a certain degree of commitment. If you're going to be just relying on rain-fed and normal manual labor. But what we want to do is move from that to the use of more modern technologies and practices in farming. So that's what the division has been doing coming out of that. You would have seen recently that we'd have purchased more tractors to be able to service the farmers. We are gearing more training sessions towards those things that are challenges, for example, water. So the farmers need to know more about irrigation. We have to come out of just being reliant on rain-fed agriculture, because that is going to reflect on the production. The production would always be low if that is the only way we're going to go. So the division has the impetus now to facilitate the farmers and cause them to be more productive, because we're looking at food and nutrition security. Yes?
All right. Tamika, thank you for joining us. I was going to ask, you said that you did just a portion of the 4,000, you did that assessment on to get that amount. Are you going to continue
Yes.
to assess to see how many actual active farmers and what is the timeline for that? Additionally, you mentioned some of the support that you are going to give to the farmers who are currently active, and also what sort of support you're going to give to those who are not active to get them on board as well, and to ensure that they continue actively in farming to produce food and food safety for us here in Tobago.
Right. So the assessment of the farmers is ongoing. We have extension officers both in the Department of Agriculture and in the RADIS, that's the Research and Development Information arm of the division. And so they are responsible for going out and visiting the farmers, assessing the farmers, seeing who's active and who isn't, who has unfortunately passed away, and in that way we update the list. So that is the process we are currently in, updating the list, identifying who are active, who are full time, which farmers are engaged in agro processing. All of that is part of the process, and that would go on over the next couple of months. We expect that would be completed. The extension officers are actively engaged in doing that assessment of the listing. You asked another question, just remind me.
In terms of supporting the farmers who are active now and getting the ones who are not active on board and providing that measure of support to them as well. So at least encouraging them to come back to being active.
Right. So one of the things we would have done is, as I would have alluded to, we'd have started training. Just last week, through the TARI, one of the arms of the division, a committee in the division, together with farmers associations and MIATAD, they would have held a climate resilient seminar, and this is all in recognition of the fact that farmers are experiencing climate challenges. For example, drought. In some cases, there would be excess rain and landslides in some parts of Tobago, and what you can do to mitigate those things, right? Not just one at the technology level in terms of shade houses, in terms of nutrition of the plants, and so on. Right, so that's one of the things we're doing, focusing on climate smart technology, focusing on techniques, as I said, modern techniques and practices, the irrigation, to make it more efficient methods of irrigation, conservation of water for those periods of drought, which we haven't been doing. We're looking at introducing hydroponics. Last year in October, through the home gardening unit, we would have begun introducing hydroponics to our home gardeners, yes. But even within the home gardening unit, you find a lot of times some farmers engage, they partake in it, and we have, of course, the progression of home gardeners into farming because they get engaged in the home gardening process. So there are a number of initiatives, housing for livestock even, to know the correct good housing management, the correct structures that you need to put in place to alleviate heat for the animals, especially if you're doing things like poultry. Yes? So these are there are many different interventions that we are making to bring the farmer forward. And of course, we want them to not just be farmers alone, but look at farming as a business, not just going out there as a hobby and plowing the land, yes, but we're looking at it as a business. So that is why we are looking at bringing on shortly an agri-development center, and that agri-development center would act to assist the farmers in terms of developing business plans, where they would go to access for guidance to access grants and loans, that kind of thing. So the division is poised to make direct interventions to support our current farmers and those who want to begin production.
Tamika, I know that your secretary, Natisha Charles-Pantin, has spoken about really engaging with her team and ensuring a strategic direction, and that kind of pathway since she has entered office. Tell us a little bit about what you would speak to from the standpoint of progress based on that kind of strategic approach, even as early as this year, in terms of the annual and quarterly meetups to really kind of chart the way for the potential progress that will.
What kind of materials you need, right? How many plants you need to put in for a certain household. If you're going into production on a certain land and you have problems with soil, the type of soil you have, what kind of amendments you need to make, perhaps what kind of irrigation system you should put in. If you have to do any mitigation in terms of conservation practices. So the support is there for our young persons. The support is there for all our farmers, actually, and anybody who wants to engage in agriculture. Just in March of last year, we would have introduced technology into schools in the form of smart watering hydroponic systems to get the students engaged. We want to come out of the fact that, out of the idea that agriculture is just going hard work, plowing the land with your hand and that kind of thing. No, we have to move out of that a bit. There's a place for that, yes, tradition is good, but we have to move into more modern times. And we are prepared to take everybody step by step, hand in hand.
All right. Thank you so much, Tamika, for shedding some light there and for bringing a clarity in terms of the population of farmers here in Tobago, also sharing some light on the incentives and the support and the initiatives coming out of the Division of Agriculture for our farmers in Tobago to increase farming and food security here in Tobago. Ladies and gentlemen, we've been speaking with Tamika Seals-Manzano, Director of Food Crop Security there in the Division of Agriculture. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go for a short break before we continue conversations in studio with our guest. And before we go for a break, of course, we invite you to share the live, share the live, share the live. We'll be back.
Tobago Glass Supplies has been a leading name for over 37 years in the glass and aluminum market in Tobago. We provide an extensive range of high-quality, innovative aluminum and glass products for commercial and residential use. Competitive prices with superior and professional services by committed employees who are guided by rigid quality standards. Tobago Glass Supplies specializes in the manufacture and installation of glass and aluminum products that are essential to today's homeowners and the business environment. We are engaged in marketing, sales, and installation of a variety of products. These ranges from windows and doors to necessities such as mirrors for homes and vehicles, designed and manufactured in-house or imported.
Everybody only worrying. Never ever worry. Don't mind how things looking hard. I tell them never ever worry. If your nice car get damaged bad, I tell them never ever worry. What I'm saying is true. So just consider Tatil is always right here for you. Never ever worry. If sickness catch you off guard, I tell them never ever worry. If times fall on you real hard, I tell them never ever worry. What I'm saying is true. So just consider Tatil will always be here for you.
Never worry about a thing. Tatil, where people are people. You know what I mean.
Hello everyone, it's your boy Harry here from Authentic Car Clinic, located right here in Tobago at Tobago Local Road. You can WhatsApp us or call us at 366-4173.
Hey, hello guys, welcome. Come have a seat. Oh, this is so stylish and I love the fabric. Darlings, you must tell us where you got your new furnishings.
We got them locally at Standard. They've got new chic European furniture, crafted from high quality material.
Oh, Standard?
No, it's Standard, their brand new Hive collection.
Experience luxurious European furniture at a price you will love. The Hive Collection. Now exclusively available at Standard.
Put a smile on your face when you're moving from place to place. Good morning, good morning, morning, good morning, morning.
Welcome back to the morning show on Tobago Updates Television. I am Adana Kambi and it's about 7:35 a.m. So if you're getting to work for 8 a.m., you have about 25 minutes to get there and also to drop the kids off to school. But do not rush. Take your time on the nation's roads and get there safely. Remember, safety is a priority, but we're going to get there on time this morning. We are continuing conversations with our guest this morning. We're speaking to Rodil Kirk, Superintendent of the TTPS, as he brings us some crime updates as happenings in Tobago, as well as we're talking about safety for Carnival 2024. Good morning, sir, and welcome.
Good morning, Adana, again. Good morning to Tobago Updates and your viewers, locally and internationally.
In the recent past, when we're talking about the crime updates in Tobago, there seems as there's always something to report. And it's disheartening, but we have to get the information and we also want to get to the bottom of things and ensure that our spaces are safe again. So tell us what has been happening in Tobago. We've been hearing so many things. So what has happened?
Well, again, we started the year with 3 murders, which is unfortunate. That be as it may, I just want to assure the public that the police are doing everything within their power to deal with these murders. And, we have to, urge the public to be a bit patient because a murder investigation is one that is complex. And whilst we know that there's a lot of work to go into it, we don't give away accuracy for speed. Right. The year started off again with about some shootings right in the middle of Scarborough. Well, I am happy to say that as of today, we have arrested one person and charges were laid. So that person is due to appear before the courts. It's an 18-year-old youth from Toko. And that is all I'm prepared to say at this time. I mean, when he's charged, the information will be released to the public. What we had over the weekend as well, we had the police on the roadways, as usual, in the exercises. And 3 persons were arrested for possession of marijuana for the purpose of trafficking. That is on the Winwood Road in Goodwood, in the vicinity of the Goodwood High School. So the police, we are out there, continue to do what we said we are going to do. Again, we are the persons responsible for making Tobago safe. But what we realize whilst doing that, I don't know what is happening. Like some persons are bent on, coming out against that initiative because you will see on the airwaves that persons are calling every time the police on the road. You are calling, and we are not only out there to say we're going to lock up people. We are out there to protect and serve you. You don't know the gun that is moving on the roadway, if it may affect you or your family members. So we are urging, give us our chance to do what you pay us to do. And this is all I'm asking the public to do at this point in time.
I know, and I want to agree with you there because, when we see a police presence, sometimes there is this unnerving kind of feeling. Sometimes you feel anxiety, sometimes you feel nervous, thinking, why is the police here? But I feel as if when a police presence for me brings me a measure of calm, it makes me feel safe to know that somebody is looking out for us. So I want, I want to urge also, along with the TTPS, I want to urge our population to cooperate with the police when they are doing what they have to do. This is to intercept crime, and this is to ensure that we have safe spaces. And we saw another shooting again in the week there in Signal Hill, and right in our neighborhoods, in our communities, these things are happening. What are we doing in terms of, when we say if you see something, if you know something, say something? Is that happening?
And that is what we have been getting, some cooperation from members of the public, and that is why you see we are making some headway in some of these matters that are engaging our attention. And we continue to urge people, you are the ones who live in the community. You are the ones who these people live with, who they interact with on a daily basis. So you are the one, we are not saying that to put yourself in harm's way. We are just saying, you see something out of the ordinary, let the police know and we will look into it and do what we need to do. Because you call upon us daily to do what we ought to do. And you know, when we are doing it, some people disapprove of what we do. I am saying that to build that level of trust and confidence, you all have to give us that chance for us to do what we are paid to do. And that is, I'm asking, you know, I saw it when the last operation was on the roadway, and I heard the many voice notes warning people, well, the police is here, the police is there, and they don't know the damage that this do. So I'm just urging, you know, we can't control all of that, but I am just asking the public to be patient and cooperate and let the police do what we need to do to make Tobago a safe place, that safe, green and serene environment that we once had. Let us work our way to come back to that. And that is what we are asking.
That's right, and we all want to enjoy that measure of safety in our communities, in our homes, in our schools, because it affects all of us. It affects me, it affects you, it affects your children, your grandchildren, your property. So let us cooperate with the police as they do what they ought to do, and let us not try to hide things, because at the end of the day, we are the ones who have been affected. So we want to talk about now safety for Carnival. The Carnival season is upon us. We have been seeing events, fetes, you know, all different types of events happening. And so people have already started engaging in Carnival activities. So we want to talk about some of the safety measures that people can employ for Carnival season when they're going to events, when they're taking their children, when they're leaving their homes. What are some of the things that we can put in place to ensure safety?
Well, what we notice, one of the things we urge people to try to be as safe as possible on the roadways. We know we started the year, we see a double fatal in Tobago, and I've seen on a daily basis we have many different accidents, people running off the road, people falling asleep. So again, if you're to drive and partake in Carnival events, make sure you have a designated driver, one that is not drinking, one that is not tired. Make sure, because you will put yourself and your family at risk. One, when you're leaving home, make sure you have the relevant safety measures in place in terms of securing your valuables at home. If you are the holder of a firearm user's license and you are going within crowds and so on, and you know you are going to partake in alcohol use, etc., lodge your firearm either at the nearest police station or, you know, at a safe place. Right? You know your safe place, whether it's a vault locked away tightly, or take it to the nearest police station. Don't go in that crowd, you know, take out your firearm. You know, people tend to do things when they're under the influence. So that is something we are discouraging you from doing. Right. If you're females, please do not accept drinks, etc. from strangers. We know now is the time that you see the use of a lot of these date rape, drugs, etc., you know, emerging. So you have to be careful. And when you have your teenage children, whether males or female going out, make sure you give them that lecture. You know, it wouldn't hurt to talk to them about the do's and don'ts of what not to do when they are out there and what to do when they are out there. Also, have contact numbers for the nearest emergency numbers, you know, 211, 999, 555. All these are emergency numbers that in case you need to act quickly, right? So these are some of the tips that we can give you now. I mean, Tobago may not have the magnitude of the Carnival events like Trinidad, but still, it is our duty to remind you how to be safe out in that space.
And you know, you mentioned something earlier when you were talking about a designated driver. People really think that this is just for somebody who's drinking, but you also said if you're tired. Yeah. Because there are persons who attend multiple events back to back, and then they're exhausted.
Yes.
And then they are the ones who have to drive. They might not have consumed as much alcohol, but they are exhausted. So their body is still making a demand for some sleep.
Yes.
You know, and it only takes a second for something to happen on the road.
And also you have to be mindful of the type of medication that you may be on, because that could lead to drowsiness as well when you're using the roadways. So these are things that to be mindful as why you need a designated driver. As I'm on the topic of Carnival, I just want to urge people, well, the declaration of Carnival has been made by legal notice number 16 of 2023. Carnival is declared from 4 a.m. on the 12th to 12 midnight on the 13th. We also see the declaration of the special events order, legal notice number 15, which starts at 7 p.m. on the 8th to 12 midnight on the 13th. And also, most importantly, legal notice number 17, which deals with carnival offenses. You are not supposed to dress in any costume or uniform resembling that of the protective services, which is Defense Force, Special Reserve Police, Fire, Prison. So we're asking people to desist from doing such, also to be in possession of anything resembling a firearm, etc., or to be masked in a vehicle while that vehicle in motion, whether you're a driver or passenger, or to smear or dab anybody without their consent, or throw any liquid or any, these are things that people must be mindful of. Look up the legal notice number 17, and it highlights all the type of offenses of what not to do during the carnival period.
So if you're part of let's say you're part of a mass band, because I heard you say something that I did not know was part of the act, is that if you are in a vehicle, whether you're driving or a passenger, and you're wearing a mask, that is against
the law. And also too, if you're in a band, once that band has more than 50 persons, it must be registered. If it's unregistered, you are committing an offense as well. Right? So there are a lot of things that to look up in that legal notice that
people need to familiarize themselves with these legal notices, because I mean, if my costume for my band requires that I wear a mask, if I'm getting there, I can't put this mask on until I come out of this vehicle on location.
Yes, that is according to my interpretation of the legal notice.
Right. So, there are certain things that you spoke about that are statutory that we should know to do. Make sure your drink is safe, make sure your children are safe, give them a contact, make sure they have the contact numbers for all the emergency contacts, ensure that you give them the lecture, because children these days, they feel they're big, right? So you have to give them that lecture to let them know, okay, we're going to meet back here for a certain time and stuff like that. Just the regular necessary precautions to ensure your safety. Please, we know what these measures are. Let us try to maintain that measure of safety. Let us not get carried away with the reveling. I know that you want to enjoy yourselves, but let us be responsible adults. Let us be responsible for our children. Let us be responsible for our properties. In wrapping, is there anything you want to tell us before we wrap this conversation?
Again, I just want to thank the public for their cooperation so far with the police, and I want to urge the Tobago public that the police are doing all within their power to try to make you, the public, safe. I just want you to bear with us. You may be inconvenienced at some stage, but we are trying to make sure that we keep this place that where we know how we know Tobago in the past, and we're trying to keep or rebuild or return Tobago to where it used to be.
That's right. Thank you so much, Rodil Kirk, Superintendent of the TTPS, bringing us updates on crime in Tobago and tips on how to protect yourself and to stay safe for the carnival season. Thank you, viewers, for staying with us. We're going to go for a short break before we continue conversations in studio with our guest. But before we go, we invite you to share the live. We'll be back.
Your destiny. The best way to predict it is to create it. Do you see yourself exploring exotic destinations or spending quality time with family? However you see yourself, create your own retirement destiny with Tata Life's Destiny Personal Savings Booster. Choose from one of 3 investment options with guaranteed minimum investment returns to secure a monthly retirement income for life, with the option to choose your retirement age. So what's your retirement destiny? Call 62TATIL or visit tatil.co.tt to learn more today. Conditions apply. Tatil Life, a member of the Answer Makal Group.
As you come in. Long time I see you. This station complete. Ready for children party. Mommy! Jay, you can't go nowhere with these children. And you can't depend on Kevin neither Steven to see about them. Yeah, total waste. So I supposed to stay home whole time? Jada is 12. She could see about that.
You just leave Jada to see about Kia and Kayla? I thought it's your mother or your sister.
Who? Them always busy. Jada could handle that. She cooking and cleaning a long time. And the next two, better know what time it is. It's only me, you know.
I will talk to my mother. She just home these days. She will make sure the children okay.
Alright.
Let me see the moves for later.
Before your Ramage, make sure the children okay. Call 996 to report all child abuse now. A message from the Children's Authority of Trinidad and Tobago.
Hey, hello guys, welcome. Come have a seat. Oh, this is so stylish and I love the fabric. Darlings, you must tell us where you got your new furnishings.
We got them locally at Standard. They've got new chic European furniture, crafted from high quality material.
Oh, Standard?
No, it's Standard, their brand new Hive collection.
Experience luxurious European furniture at a price you will love. The Hive Collection. Now exclusively available at Standard.
At JK Tech, we bring technology to your doorstep. From cutting-edge laptops to reliable printers, we've got it all. Nationwide delivery and a new website for easy online ordering. JK Tech is your one-stop shop for your electronics and computer needs. Carrying top brands such as Acer, Samsung, HP, and much more. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at JKTechTT or visit jktechtt.com. Quality tech is just a click away. JK Tech. Evaluate your shopping experience, your tech, your way. Call or WhatsApp 383-2651. Shop smart, shop JK Tech.
MI4 Security Services Company is the most advanced security service in Tobago. Ask about our cash and transit service. It's safe, risk-free, reliable, and timely. We provide safe banking delivery for all business types and sizes with highly trained staff, 24/7 monitoring, coordinated emergency response, and a well-maintained fleet of armored vehicles. Contact us at 660-7723 or visit our website at www.mi4securitytt.com to sign up today.
Everybody only worrying. Never ever worry. Don't mind how things looking hard. I tell them never ever worry. If your nice car get damaged bad. I tell them never ever worry. What I'm saying is true. So just consider Tatil is always right here for you. I tell them never ever worry. Don't mind if life make you sad. I tell them never ever worry. If your house get flooded out real bad. I tell them never ever worry. What I'm saying is true. So just consider Tatil will always be here for you.
Never worry about a thing. Tatil, where people are people. You know what I mean.
Inner Health, number 13B, Portmore, Scarborough, Tobago, with over 25 years experience, offering services in and not limited to microscopic blood analysis, reflexology, and the sale of a wide range of organic herbal products used to supplement thyroid, lymphatic, heart, kidney, and brain health, and the male and female reproductive systems. Come and chat with us. Remember, your health is your wealth.
Put a smile on your face when you're moving from place to place. Good morning, good morning, morning, good morning, morning.
Welcome back to the morning show at Tobago Updates Television, and we are in studio this morning with some of our representatives. Yes, this morning we're speaking with Ms. Candice Robinson. She is the chairman of Tobago region. We have Danaya Mohammed representing the Signal Hill Government Primary School. Koki Davidson.
The Division of Settlements, Public Utilities and Rural Development has relocated its Crown Point office to Glen Road in Scarborough to better serve you, our clients. Our main office is located at the corner of Glen Road and Glen Road Branch number 1, the building formerly occupied by Coastal. Our grant and electrical inspectorate services can be accessed at number 2 Montessori Drive in Glen Road, building 1 and 2.
You can now get whatever you need whenever you need it anywhere in Tobago with Tobago. Your meals, medication, groceries and shopping all delivered directly to you. No more hassle, no more stress. Get the Tobago app today on Google Play or Apple App Store.
That's TAPPOGO and let us deliver to you.
Check our website at www.tapogo.app or call the experts at 494-TOGO and 484-4746. Tobago. Relax. We will get it to you. Tobago's at your service.
Put a smile on your face when you're moving from place to place. Good morning, good morning, morning, good morning, morning.
Welcome back to the morning show on Tobago Updates Television. I am Adana Kambi. And I have with me these beautiful ladies here in studio. I'm speaking with Miss Candice Robinson. She is the chairman of Tobago region, and with her are some of our representatives who qualified at the semi-finals of the National Junior Calypso Monarch, and they are Danaya Mohammed representing the Signal Hill Government Primary School, Koki Davidson of Bishop's High School, Tobago, Kaya Arnold and Nataki Thompson of the Scarborough Secondary School, and they'll be representing us at the finals. Good morning, ladies, and welcome to our show this morning. How are you feeling?
Great.
Right. So I feel awesome as well. Ms. Robinson, tell us a little bit about the journey and how where we are and how we feeling as Tobagonians having these 4 young ladies representing us and qualifying for the finals.
Well, first of all, I am elated. Words cannot explain the way I felt when I got to the Savannah, and we went there as a team Tobago, supporting each other, and the girls did really well. We were not there for the results. We were already on the way back to the airport when we got the results, so it was an ecstatic moment. Oh, please, she did well. Danaya, well, she's full of energy. She's the energy.
At this age, yes.
She's energetic. Nataki and Kaya, they did really well. And I am proud of them representing their schools. I think their school should be really proud of them as well. And I am proud to know that I am the chairman at this event and being there for these girls.
Yes, I am certain that you do feel that measure of pride having these young ladies representing us. And I know Danaya is, one of my classmates for one of my sons. Not one of my sons, one son I have, my son. She is a classmate of my son, and so I know the name, and I hear the name, and I always hear, we're going to support Danaya when she sings, so I know that she sings. And I just want to know, how was the experience for you, Danaya?
It was very good.
And tell me the name of your song.
The name of my song is I Planted.
I Planted. Okay, I'm hoping that we will get a little sample of this song. And tell me some of the names of your songs as well, ladies. Tell me, Kaya, your song.
A Prayer for Peace and Love.
Tell me, this song is about, a prayer for peace and love. Is it related to Trinidad and Tobago?
Yes.
All right. And tell me yours as well, Nataki.
The name of my song is Your Purpose.
And Koki?
The name of my song is Something Wrong.
And how was the experience? Is it the first time for you all, or have you done this before? How was it for you?
First time.
I've done this before. I've done it before.
So how was it for you, Kaya, this being your first time? Were you nervous? Were you prepared? How did you feel?
Kinda nervous.
But the support from your sisters here, how did it make you feel? It made you feel empowered, right?
Yes.
Right. And when you all got the results on the way to the airport, what did you all do? Scream, shout,
Screams. I think scream is an understatement.
So how is, the finals is coming up in, what is the date for the finals?
Monday.
Next Monday?
Yes.
How prepared are you? How prepared are you girls for next Monday?
100%.
100%. I love to hear it. I love to hear the confidence, and I love to hear the fact that you're looking forward to this experience. And you're right now, Tobago is very proud. I am very proud. I'm excited. I've never entered competition with Calypso, but I have a Calypso background in my family, so I feel good to see that you guys are here participating, and you have this level of your confidence, and you know the name of your song, you know the meaning of your song, and you're going to represent us well. Anybody going to give me a little sample of their song? Anybody brave enough to give me a little sample this morning? Yes, okay, Kaya, brave, let's hear.
So I pray for peace. I pray for peace in this world, where no longer we lose little boys and little girls. In Israel and the Gaza, who live or die don't matter. Hundreds dying daily out there, what a disaster, love. I say let love be the key. In the beginning, love was always meant to be. If we all carry peace and love in our hearts, no more war in this world would start.
Awesome, absolutely awesome. Not only are the lyrics beautiful, but the voice also is projected really, really well. Nice voice control. I really am. I thank you so much for sharing that with us this morning. For those of you who didn't hear, and we want to be tuning in to ensure that we listen to these girls and we give them the support that they need on that day, so that Tobago could feel. Right now we kind of on a high because we saw the medium bands coming out first there. Cats and Jammers winning. Qualifying for the finals, coming in first, and us four girls here, it really is a proud moment. And as you said, being the chairman at this point in time, of course, really is a proud moment for Tobago. What do you want to tell other young people who want to get into the Calypso art form? What kind of encouragement do you want to give them?
Well, as one, this is Nataki has a song called Purpose. And it's all about finding your purpose. Focusing, when you find that purpose, you focus on your purpose. Everybody cannot be a doctor, a lawyer, but once it is a positive direction, you keep that direction and focus on your purpose.
That's right, and that is quite important. And I know that Tuko is supporting these young ladies. You said you were there with them, so I definitely know that they're not on their own, they're not left stranded. They get that support that they need. Tell me the type of involvement at the Tuko level with these young ladies and all the participants.
Well, it's always busy at this time, and getting them ready. We have the practice sessions where they do their practices, even on the way to the venue. They did their practices, and other than that, it's everything. The involvement of the parents as well.
That's right.
Having them focused and ready and everything. It's all so exciting at this time of the year. I'm so excited. And we also have the Junior Monarch, the Tobago Junior Monarch coming on the 9th of February. And I'm expecting, we have 8 finalists, and I'm expecting great things coming after this.
Awesome. Ladies and gentlemen, we're chatting with Candice Robinson. She's a chairman of Tobago region, and these young ladies who are representing us at the finals coming up there on Monday, the Junior Calypso Monarch, 4 ladies from Tobago representing us. And before we going out, we're not finishing our programming today, we're going on to GMT shortly, but before we go, I want us to go out with a little piece of eye planting. Let's go.
Oi, 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 Tubigonians in pain. Oi, 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 Cabo start back down again. People hold their head and fall. Every media station they call. I empathize with the hardware. Couldn't get lumber and cement up here. But after years of cussing the pot, we waiting for food to come with the boat.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Real life social issues here we're talking about, and we're really looking forward to your contribution there next Monday. This is where we have to wrap our conversation this morning because of our time constraints. Well, we thank you so much for coming. And Trinidad, Tobago, I'm asking you to support our young ladies as they go there to represent us on Monday at the National Junior Calypso Monarch. 4 ladies from Tobago: Danaya Mohammed, Nataki, tell me the surname again, Nataki Thompson, Kaya Arnold, and Kokis Davidson. Thank you, ladies, so much for coming this morning and sharing your journey with us. Ladies and gentlemen, you are viewing Tobago Updates Television, and this is where we end the morning show, but we continue our programming with GMT. So stay with us, and as you stay with us, we ask you to share the live, share the live, share the live.
So what was this green paper all about? Several persons, including representatives from governmental and non-governmental organizations, had their say regarding the national HIV and AIDS policy, focusing on areas such as prevention, treatment, care and support, as well as advocacy and human rights.
It is estimated that the total number of persons living with HIV in Trinidad and Tobago is just over 11,000. The NAC, in its efforts, is working towards reducing this figure, and it is at this time attempting to meet the United Nations targets of 95% of persons living with HIV knowing their status, 95% of persons knowing their status being on treatment, and 95% of persons on treatment being virally suppressed.
This year, 2023, marks 40 years since the first case of HIV was reported in our Twin Island Republic. Since then, we have made several strides in our response towards epidemic control. Our successes include the provision of free treatment and care to all, which has changed the face of the epidemic from a communicable disease with high mortality to one with low and declining mortality and reduced rates of transmission in various subpopulations.
Think about how much money we really have to spend on health-related issues and all of the other health-related issues that are competing. Think about the time that it will take to try to separate HIV-related stuff and do that separately versus possibly having a model that is more incorporated and inclusive. Think about the stigma and discrimination that still exists and how us trying to put a focus on HIV and AIDS may actually be adding to that stigma and that discrimination.
This consultation was spearheaded by the National AIDS Coordinating Committee. It's the third public stakeholder consultation on the National HIV and AIDS policy.
That was a production of the Department of Information, Office of the Chief Secretary, Tobago House of Assembly.
Yeah. Hey. Tobago updates. passion start to rise. The energy fill the skies. I say thanks a favor to wake up and hear my neighbor. 60,000 people strong, and the vibes is never wrong. We are beauty, we are power.
Welcome to Good Morning Tobago on Tobago Updates, your source for current affairs in Tobago, Trinidad, and the region. With the perfect conversations to complement your morning routine, I am Candace Jackson, and let's get started with the news in 90 seconds. 6 Tobagonian Calypsonians have made it to the semi-finals of the Tuco's Calypso Fiesta, scheduled to take place in Skinner Park on Saturday. Those who qualified include Alex Giff, aka Tobago Chalky, Giselle Fraser, Nicole Thomas, Wendy Thomas Garrick, Shamika Danoon, and Caston Cupid. Meanwhile, in the realm of steel pan, 3 of Tobago's bands are advancing to the 2024 Panorama Medium Band Finals, set to take place on February 4th at the Parade Grounds in Bacalet. These bands are Cats and Jammers, Carib Dixieland, and NGC Steel Explosion. Up next, the Signal Hill Government Primary School is scheduled to reopen today after successful health and safety assessments and remedial actions, according to the Division of Education, Research and Technology. The closure of the school allowed for extensive cleaning, disinfection, and necessary adjustments to meet public health recommendations following a rodent infestation. The division assured parents that they are dedicated to upholding the highest health and safety standards and are closely collaborating with the Public Health Department to promptly address any other concerns that may arise as classes resume. And finally, Senator Wade Mark warned that counterfeit $100 bills are circulated in the public during a press conference yesterday. Mark said that despite government investments in polymer currency, which is supposed to have modern security features, a counterfeit racket is affecting citizens, businesses, and banks in Trinidad and Tobago. He is calling for urgent action from the government, the central bank governor, and the commissioner of police to conduct a thorough investigation into the source of the counterfeit $100 bills. And that was the news in 90 seconds. And viewers, jumping straight into our conversation this morning, coming off from our second news piece in the news, we are going to be talking with the Tobago Tutor Officer, and of course that's none other than Mr. Braden Roberts, as we discuss what's happening with the Signal Hill Government Primary School. As you know, it has been closed for a bit last week because of this rodent infestation. So a special good morning and welcome to you, Mr. Roberts. How are you doing this morning?
Good morning to the Tobago Updates family.
Great to have you. All right, so what can you give us about what's been happening at Signal Hill? Have you been working closely with the division as they, did their tests and their assessments and so on to make things or to eliminate the rodents so that the students can come back to school this morning and know that all is well?
So information has been forthcoming as to how they would have been progressing. I would have been a part of one of the meetings that they would have had as they sought to have solutions when the 2-on-1 building. What we need to treat with though is all the remaining schools. So I know it would take some time, and based on when it was raised in the last meeting with the administrator, they indicated that they have a team where they have some plans working on to treat with the other schools. Now, schools for several years would have had boxes of stuff, old textbooks, derelict furniture, and so on, stored in different areas of the school, which of course would eventually become home for the undesirables. What we need to do is ensure that we do the audit of these furniture, so we know what we can remove from the schools, the audit of those textbooks, because a principal cannot just discard of assets that they would have received from the ministry and from the division in Tobago. So the audit has to be done by the powers that be. I don't know if education has their own auditing team to ensure that they can discard of all these. And there are too many schools in Tobago where we have rooms where we store all these derelict stuff. And of course, it would cause health hazards. And Signal Hill is not the only school that they would have had health and safety concerns. And I would want to commend the health team that is making the rounds now. As to me, OSHA should have been doing what health is doing now, and we hope that we properly assess all the schools. Because we would have written a comprehensive list to OSHA, I believe it would have been 2 years ago. We are now seeing that health is visiting. We trust that the division would continue in their work. They would have put in some work to ensure the school is not down for some time, so I would want to commend them there as well. However, if we wait until all the other schools reach to the point where it has to close, the disruptions would affect the teachers and the students in a significant way.
Certainly. And can you give us an idea of how many schools at this point in time are affected by rodents? Do you know?
Well, as far as I'm being told, the teachers at St. Andrews have been complaining of the droppings again, and it's not that I expected that once they clean, the rodents would just disappear. If we don't treat all the other things, because there are things at St. Andrews, as far as I'm being told, that still need to be removed. We have at Mount St. George, that I've made mention to Mount St. George Methodist. I'm not certain to what extent of cleaning took place there, but I got no further updates with Mount St. George, so I'm trusting that health would have done the needful there. Just those 3 schools. But in terms of where they would have found rat droppings. However, the other schools, the same things that those 3 schools I mentioned that they have, those other schools would have the same issue. So it's just a matter of time for the rat droppings and so on to be found. They would have found rat droppings when they were treating with St. Andrews at Scarborough Methodist as well. So we need to treat with the environment of the school and ensure the health and safety is at its optimum, so that we don't have all these, what we call flu season and so on, where we realize that the cold is getting even more devious. And even with the COVID in the air right now, we have to be very careful with our surroundings.
Okay. And then could you also give us an idea of, what impact also does the community have on the rat population or the rodent population around the schools? Because I know especially at St. Andrews Anglican, that was one of the concerns was, what's been happening in the community that continues to have this environment where the rodents tend to thrive.
Well, over the years, we have been steadily growing into a selfish people. So persons will pass by and toss things, even in various communities. They drive by your open bin and they just toss things there. We know that the open area where they had as a bin for the 2 schools, persons were tossing things there. Even when they disbanded that area, persons still were passing and putting things there. So the community has a key role to play, but persons just know they don't want the garbage by them. So they find an area, and some schools will have that big bin where they just toss their things. We need to be mindful as to when the garbage trucks will be passing. So I think the education division need to liaise with health to see how we can have the timely taking up of the garbages in these schools. Not all schools will have the bins on the inside, so that persons can utilize those bins. We also have a situation with the cleaners and the handymen and the timing of their work, their work hours. So a few things are not in alignment to ensure that our schools can remain clean. So those are some of the discussions that we have to really move forward in terms of rectifying this issue, as many other schools will follow suit if we don't make a change.
Certainly. And now moving on a little bit, Tutor is actually hosting, or at least Tutor Tobago is hosting an all-inclusive social for this carnival season. So I just want you to, tell me a little bit about that.
Right. So this year we are having tropical vibes. This event would have started as a Christmas event where you have a dinner. And a little social, persons may shake a leg and sit down and interact with persons and so on. And over the years, we have moved into exploring, having it at a villa. When we entered it, we moved it back into from the Christmas to the Carnival period. And it has been growing ever since. So the all-inclusive, it's $250. We try not to have anything too costly. The package includes, over the years, the food has not been running out. And we have the drinks and so on. Teachers could come and just be free and relax. And we also invite the general public to be a part with the teachers and have a safe, good time. This season we have that event on Saturday. Again, that's Tropical Vibes. We have our Dear Dana will be there as one of our artists. So we trust that persons would really have a great time. We ask persons to even wear the tropical wear as they come out at Green Palms Hotel. That's where Shade used to be, in the back of where Shades used to be, down at Crown Point area. So again, Tutor is having their event mainly geared towards having our teachers come out and socialize and have a safe place to just be free. And we also invite our public again to be a part of that with our teachers.
Now, is the money being raised for any specific reason?
Actually, we don't make a profit, the money we charge is kind of to help with the cost that we have. In the previous years, we would have barely broke even. So it's actually creating something for our teachers to have. So the food and the drinks alone, that $250 would not be able to pay for all of that. So we do cater a lot for our teachers. So it's not so much of a fundraiser for us, but it's more creating that space where our teachers can have some clean fun.
All right, great. Well, I want to thank you so much, Mr. Roberts, for being on with us. And certainly we're going to keep you, we're going to keep in touch with you to see what's happening with especially Signal Hill School, to see how things are going. And of course, I'm guessing that you're going to be keeping your eye very closely as the day progresses.
Yes, indeed. And I'm also monitoring the back page. The 31st is soon approaching. And I know quite a few persons been messaging me that they didn't say anything yet. So I'm keeping my eyes on a few things well. So I trust that should there be a need and I would need the avenue of your program,
certainly
that we'll be able to highlight some of those. But I'm confident based on my conversation with the administrator that they are working on a number of these things. So things should flow smoothly this week.
All right, I want to thank you so much, Mr. Roberts. And yes, we'll definitely be in touch as things unfold in the next days and few weeks. All right, viewers, we gotta go for a quick break, and we'll be right back rest after this. So don't go anywhere.
Your destiny. The best way to predict it is to create it. Do you see yourself exploring exotic destinations or spending quality time with family? However you see yourself, create your own retirement destiny with Tata Life's Destiny Personal Savings Booster. Choose from one of 3 investment options with guaranteed minimum investment returns to secure a monthly retirement income for life, with the option to choose your retirement age. So what's your retirement destiny? Call 62TATIL or visit tatil.co.tt to learn more today. Conditions apply. Tatil Life, a member of the Answer McCall Group.
Hey, it's you. Come in. Long time I see you. This station complete. Ready for children party. Mommy! Jay, you can't go nowhere with these children. And you know you can't depend on Kevin neither Steven to see about them. Yeah, total waste. So I supposed to stay home whole time? Jada is 12. She could see about that. You just leave Jada to see about Kira and Kayla? I thought it's your mother or your sister. Who? Them always busy. Jada could handle that. She cooking and cleaning a long time. And the next 2, better know what time it is. It's only me, you know. I will talk to my mother. She just home these days. She will make sure the children okay. Alright. Let me see the moves for later.
Before
before your ramage, make sure the children are okay. Call 996 to report all child abuse now. A message from the Children's Authority of Trinidad and Tobago.
Hey, hello guys, welcome. Come have a seat. Oh, this is so stylish and I love the fabric. Darlings, you must tell us where you got your new furnishings.
We got them locally at Standard. They've got new chic European furniture, crafted from high quality material.
Oh, Standard?
No, it's Standard, their brand new Hive collection.
Experience luxurious European furniture at a price you will love. The Hive Collection, now exclusively available at Standard.
At JK Tech, we bring technology to your doorstep. From cutting-edge laptops to reliable printers, we've got it all. Nationwide delivery and a new website for easy online ordering. JK Tech is your one-stop shop for your electronics and computer needs, carrying top brands such as Acer, Samsung, HP, and much more. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at JKTechTT or visit jktechtt.com. Quality tech is just a click away. JK Tech. Evaluate your shopping experience, your tech, your way. Call or WhatsApp 383-2651. Shop smart, shop JK Tech.
For security services company.
Yeah. Hey. Tobago updates. Na, 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 na. Good morning, Tobago. Na, 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 na. Let's go. It's a brand new morning. Rise up to a brand new dawning. As the passion start to rise, the energy.
And welcome back to Good Morning Tobago on Tobago Updates. Viewers, we are switching gears this morning and we are turning our attention to the Scrap Iron Dealers Association because they are here in Tobago, and of course they are going to be hosting a very special event later on today. And to tell us a little bit about that is the president of the Tobago Scrap Iron Dealers Association, and that is none other than Mr. Alan Ferguson. So a special good morning and welcome to you, Mr. Ferguson.
Good morning to you and good morning to your viewers, man. It's a wonderful feeling to be in Tobago this morning. It's such a kind of different view, a different feeling, you know?
Certainly, yes. Tobago is definitely the place to be.
Right.
And you guys are here to host a crime talk seminar this afternoon here in Tobago. And of course, this has been something that's been happening throughout Trinidad over the last few weeks.
Yeah, a few months, because we launched last year. We launched it in Enterprise and we moved into Labre, then we moved into Bacade, we moved into La Romaine, we moved into Rio Claro, Mia, we moved to Sandy Grande, we moved to a lot of different areas into Trinidad, and now it's time to be in Tobago because we know that the crime is not in Trinidad alone, the crime is in Tobago. We know Tobago was not a place like this, so we need to come and share our view because we have a lot of young people with us sending the message also in a singing way, and we have Pastor Dutton with me, we have Rondell Field, the Fathers Association President, we have Sergeant Morris with me, we have Gat is a guy that came from America with a story. He spent 40 years in America and he came to Trinidad with about 15 of them, and when he came to Trinidad, he's the only one remain because the rest of them die. So he come to give the message that crime is not the issue, because when he came to Trinidad, no family didn't pick him up at the airport, so he had to go in Port of Spain and lie down on a cardboard to have a life, but he didn't choose the life of crime. Now he living a good life with his family. He have children, and then now he is a teacher in secondary school, you know, so you could understand the message is to show the young people that the life of crime is not the way to go. If you want something, you have to work very hard for it. So we just want to send the message, and we want to try to put it in all different ways for Trinidad and Tobago. And we in Tobago today, and I'm telling today, I have a message for Tobago, because I know Tobago was never so. Tobago was a peaceful place. When Tobago, when you come to Tobago, let me tell you, I came to Tobago a time in 1990, and I remember I didn't have no wife at that time. I was now courting. And you know where I went? I went to Charlottesville. And they showed me a place that is called Lover's Lane in Charlottesville. It's such a beautiful place. And you know, you could have go there by yourself and the person who you want to marry and have a wonderful time. Now it's sometimes in Trinidad or Tobago, you can't even do these things again. So we need to get back to this way. We need to change our way. We went off course, and we need to come back on track. And I have the utmost strong feeling that the police or the politician or whoever it is can't do it by themselves. We need to come together.
No,
So-
I mean, and I think that is very interesting because, I mean, of all the people that are hosting these crime talks and hosting these conversations with the public, the Crop and AIDS Association chose to do that. You know, what's the reason why you took this bold step to engage with the public in such a way?
Well, you see, I only come around with a lot of people know about me recently with the scrap iron because I'm the president, but for years, who know me, I walk most to community and beg the youth because I'm not in the scrap iron business alone. I have a grocery and I have a car business where I sell cars and I encourage the youth to show them because my mother died when I was 12 years. My father died a year after. I didn't choose the way of crime. I went all over the world representing Trinidad. I was a national champion in boxing. I was a member of a big gym in Port of Spain. Your own person from Claude Noel was in that gym. I grew up as a little boy around them. And I ended up the manager of the gym, the owner of the gym, which Claude Noel was in. I also was the chairman of the whole Caribbean. So I used myself to show the youth. My mother died, my father died when I was young, 12 years. But it didn't put me in a life of crime. I never get locked up from the police for not even stealing a mango, you know. I grew up in communities like Enterprise. I grew up in the Southland where crime and youths and people going and doing a lot of things. But I choose was to fill my life with things that wouldn't put me in trouble. And I am could say I'm one of the examples that the youth could watch. I am a businessman and I stay in the community where the poor people is because I love to work with them. I love them. I amongst them. So my life now is to make sure that the experience and the knowledge I have working in community, we're underprivileged. We sometimes can't even buy a bread when the day come. I understand their feelings. So my life is to work with them, to show them there's a way out of it.
So what are some of those things that have come out of the crime talk so far that have taken place in Trinidad?
No, well, you know, all we have to do is let me tell you something. God, we know that we cannot do it on our own. We need the help of God too, because you see, doing these things, you have to believe in God. You just have to continue doing what you need to do. Because this station will start off some years ago, but now it have a lot of viewers. But you all work hard to push the station. And if you want the crime to go down, we have to work hard. We can't come out today, tomorrow, or the other day and feel that the crime will go down. We have to continue pounding in the communities. Because the crime is not the small man alone, you know. This crime is something big. It has the big ones on them, the big ones. And all of that we had to deal with. But how you deal with it, because you need to pull your support, you need to pull people, get the community to understand that the plumber come from the community, the lawyers come from the community, the doctors, the nurses, the firemen, all the prison officers, the police, the army men come from the community. And if we come together to make the community better, it's the community who build up the country, you know. So we need to work with every single person. And that is what we're trying to put in the youth's head. We're trying to tell them if they want a car, they go and steal a car. Let me work hard to buy a car. Because I never steal to build my business, you know. I work hard and I save up because the bank didn't want to help me because who I am and how I look. And I didn't study and say, let me turn to crime to able to build my business. I work hard. I wash down cars. I sell papers. I sell bottles. I do all kind of things. But I did not choose the life of crime because I understand from young that if you do good, God will help you. And if you understand the philosophy of life, the understanding of life just work in such a way, good just follow you, you know. And when you do evil, you end up in jail. And when you end up in jail, all you have is the friends in jail to tell you, hey, how to get out of jail. Because now is that different. But when you do business and you do good, the only set of people who follow you is good people. You understand what I'm saying? And what does happen out of this is that you create an empire. And what it is, you get good wife, you get good children, you get good family, you get good people around you. But when you want to stay in the evil way, evil just follow you. One set of people only telling you, let me go and knock down this one, let me go and rob this one, let me go in this one house. I don't have that around me. And when a youth come to me and tell me something, I just put them in the place and let them know that we need to do something better to able for people to see me. And that is why in the community where I is, the police and everybody will have said, look at this massive grocery you as a person will have put up. And they didn't come one, you know, because I couldn't build it in one. Peace, 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 peace. And you end up a big place. But we have to have the head of a business kind of thing. And let me tell you something. Tobago produced some of the most mine in Trinidad and Tobago. But the youth need to know that. So today I will going to explain all of that to them. Because I don't think they understand, you know. Tobago is a tourist part of Trinidad and Tobago. And if we continue the crime, you know where we going to end up? All of we have to stay in the house. But you know the problem with me? I can't stay in my house. I go catch cramp. I need to go out. I need to walk. I need to talk with the people. And how we could get that? If we don't come out, the people with me, I want to thank them for working with me. Look, we have Pastor Dutton coming here to talk to the people. We have Rondell Field coming to talk. We have Sergeant Morris coming to talk to people. Look, we have some young people who singing, and I hope that we could get a chance for them to come here in this interview, that they could come to let the young people know in Tobago. We have a lot of different people will be going around Trinidad and Tobago, because this is the first one in Tobago. We go in.
So there's going to be more in Tobago?
Oh God, we can't do that. We must come back here. Nice people like yourself and all in Tobago. We must come back and spread the message too.
And something that I've really noticed about this, the production list and all the people that are involved, it's not politically affiliated at all.
Not at all. Let me tell you something. When they keep the thing, they're bashing one another. We're not going to say PNM didn't do this, UNC didn't do this. That we want everybody to work with me, but they have their space. They have the way to help. We saying is that because we don't want to make it no political thing and nobody to feel so, because I am not a politician. I don't have nothing in my head saying vote for me and I go set you free. I say work with me, we go try to get rid of the crime by helping the youth to get something to do. And we was nice when we hear the Prime Minister say he's going to start the community that on the press and have people on the privilege. We say he's going to put in 100 million. We proud that, we welcome that, because once it's too late, but we know that it come late, we still feel that it could help out a little hole and try to dump in something and encourage them. And we're going to encourage them to spend more money. We're going to encourage them to do the right thing with the money. Because we don't want when the money come, the money end up going to the people, the $1 million people who have plenty money, because you know we go like to buy the backhoe, we go buy this, we go give them the contract, we go do all kind of things. We don't want that. We want that the money must go to the community but in not just gimme thing. It must be in a real organized way that we go first and talk first and put plans in place to put better community together. People who want to be doctors must be doctors. People who want to be lawyers must be lawyers. People who want to be engineers. People who want to be media people must be in the community, mustn't afraid to be these things. The community have the space for everything to happen, you know. But you know what happened? We short of mind. Some of we don't understand it. And I really believe we need to work together. We need to, you see how we getting this interview here for other people to hear? All of this will contribute for it. And because, well, I am talking not because I am a politician, I want you to vote for me, you know. I am talking because it's coming from my heart. I am talking because I'm normal. I am talking because this is the time for we to start to make change. This is a new year. How we can't keep on the same clothes all the time because we go get the same smell. We need to change the clothes and change the perfume for to able to get the beautiful smell and the feelings of Trinidad and Tobago. And how we could get that? To work to get rid of this crime, this brutal, evil thing that's going around Trinidad and Tobago.
All right. Well, we're going to take a quick pause. We're going to continue with Mr. Ferguson as we discuss what's to happen this afternoon at 3:30 on the Esplanade as the Scrapper Indians Association hosts some crime talks in Tobago. So don't go anywhere.
Tobago updates.
Everybody only worrying. Never ever worry. Don't mind how things looking hard. I tell them never ever worry. If your life can't get damaged bad. I tell them never ever worry. What I'm saying is true. So just consider Tatil is always right here for you. I tell them never ever worry. Don't mind if life make you sad. I tell them never ever worry. If your house get flooded out real bad. I tell them never ever worry. What I'm saying is true. So just consider Tatil will always be here for you.
Never worry about a thing. Tatil, where people are people. You know what I mean.
A brand new dawn and as the passion start to rise.
back to Good Morning Tobago on Tobago Updates. Viewers, we are continuing our conversation this morning with the Scrap Iron Dealers Association of Trinidad and Tobago, because they are in Tobago right now, and this afternoon at 3:30 on the Esplanade, they're going to be hosting this crime talk session with the public, the public, and they've been hosting this throughout Trinidad over the past few months as they try to see what they can do to help with easing and mitigating some of the situations that are happening within our society today. And also joining us on set with Mr. Alan Ferguson, of course, who is the president, we have Mr. King David, and he is one of the performers this afternoon, sorry. All right, so special good morning and welcome to you. How are you doing?
Thank you, I'm okay.
So tell me about just being a part of the Scrap Iron Dealers Association's crime talks and, just going through the different communities and engaging with especially the young people and trying to get them to perhaps consider a different life.
Yeah, well, it's an honor to do this work with the Scrap Iron Dealers Association. I mean, they call us because they realize that potentially we have the ability to connect with the youths through our music. And our music is designed to naturally deal with matters of crime and these kind of topics. So it's only fair, it's an honor to me to really work with them to do this message, to bring it to the people at a time where they really need to get something to bring them out. Because no matter how much crime, bloodshed, murders going on in the country, people still seem to be sleeping and still watching to the left and the right before they make the move forward, before they open their voice. Before they demand anything from our leaders, they're watching each other. And I believe that the music could be the thing that unites us and triggers that catalyst where people will say, all right, I'm ready to come out now because I see King David, I like the song Life, I like the message. You like that message too? Well, all right, so you're coming out in the meeting. I know the music could start that conversation.
And certainly at a time where there's a lot of focus on the type of music that we have here in Trinidad and Tobago, and the complaint that we hear quite often is that so much of the music, for instance, the Trinidad and so on, influences some of our young people into a life of crime. Tell me about your music and about just how you're using your lyrics and so on to change things within Trinidad and Tobago.
Well, I've always been on that side of the music, the conscious, the positive reggae. And the biggest reason why I chose that kind of music is because the people gravitated towards those songs. Because artists, we all sing different kinds, different genres, different concepts, different ideas. And what you do, you grab onto the ones that the people that resonate with the people. And so they always liked me for that conscious reggae, and so it was easy for me to stay on that path. But the music is very influential in the culture of our country, and I'm not saying stop the Trinidad or stop any kind of genre. It's just we need a balance, and the voice of the people who are being affected by the crime, they need to be heard also. And in terms of the Trinidad music, it's like a one-sided affair. They are one-track mind when it comes to that kind of music, and we need the Trinidad artists to dabble in different. You could sing about beautiful women, you could sing about enjoying yourself in the party. Not all of the songs should be about killing and crime and war. And that's what we need to impose in their minds.
And Mr. Ferguson, can you tell me a bit about, just being able to have somebody like King David on with you and to supporting your cause?
Well, it's a pleasure. We welcome it. We when we start putting this whole program together, we think about having people like them, and we push, and it was nice to Elbon to put us on to all of them, because we had Elbon working with us, and he put on us to all of them. So we thank him, and we thank all of them who taken part. We're sorry that everybody couldn't come here, because we have a whole heap of them put this evening, And all of them have strong message. We have a senior guy, everybody in Trinidad and Tobago will know him, Mr. King. He's the one who's saying, borderline, that we have all of them this evening. It's a wonderful packed program. And the whole thing about it is about trying to get the youth to stay away from crime. And it's free.
And we're going to get more into that because we're going to be introducing the viewers to another one of the performers that's going to be on this afternoon, just after this. So viewers, just a quick break. We'll be back.
Inner Health, number 13B Portmore, Scarborough, Tobago, with over 25 years experience offering services in and not limited to microscopic blood analysis, reflexology, and the sale of a wide range of organic herbal products used to supplement thyroid, lymphatic, heart, kidney, and brain health, and the male and female reproductive systems. Come and chat with us. Remember, your health is your wealth.
Harry from Authentic Builders General Hardware, located right here in Tobago, local road, Tobago, right here in Tobago. And we are offering you guys the best prices on all hardware material. And if you would like to get your free quotation done, all you have to do is WhatsApp us at 272-1990 and we will give you guys the best prices on all hardware material. That is a guarantee as we are matching all any quotations.
Rotisserie, mouth-watering fries, salads, combos, and specials galore. Feeling for something to eat? Come and see. Our rotisserie is seasoned to the T. Kicking chicken, masala, and jerk roast. Crispy fries made from scratch. Who do you know can beat that? Or salads freshly cut and packed. When you taste it, you'll be wanting to come back. So come check us out on number 2 Robinson Street, Uptown Scarborough, Tobago. We open on Saturday nights from 7:30 to 11:30 p.m. Monday to Thursday, we're open from 10 a.m. to 9:30 p.m. and on Friday, 10 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Contact us at 772-7443 and all social media handles at The Rotisserie Factory.
Yeah. Hey. Tobago updates. Good morning, Tobago.
And welcome back to Good Morning Tobago on Tobago Updates and viewers. Yes, we are continuing our conversations with Scrap and AIDS Association as they get ready to host their crime talk session at the Scarborough Esplanade at 3:30 this afternoon. So that's something that you're not going to want to miss. And one of the people that you're going to be seeing there performing is the Juba, Mr. Anthony Charles. Good morning and welcome to you first of all.
Yeah, morning, and welcome to Tobago and thanks for having me here. This song, I want to say this before really started sing. I had no connection with Scrap Iron Dealers Association before writing this song. It's just hearing the guys them that come in to salvage the material, hearing the singing Scrap Iron, and I decided to write and put some solutions to the problem instead of bashing them. So the song goes like this. The Scrap Iron Dealers Association facing real problem. That's all they're complaining and they're complaining. Nobody taking on them. They say they're doing cleanup operation plus sanitation, but they're not getting enough old iron to maintain their occupation. Plus they're taking young men away off the street who used to sit down wasting their time. So they create some little employment, keep them away from a life of crime. So when I see them trucks and them passing, even they are far from my home, I don't tell them truckers already. All the Juba man iron crew, scrap iron, old battery buying. On top the truck if you hear them ball, scrap iron, old battery buying. Old fridge, old stove galvanized and all. Scrap iron, old battery buying. Second hand underwear and old bra. Scrap iron, old battery buying. Old petticoat and chilling choir. Scrap iron, old battery buying. You could hear them trucks from afar. Scrap iron, old battery buying. Old petticoat and marijuana. The Scrap Iron Dealers Association wants a meeting with the government, but every time they take a step forward, it causing big argument. So calling on them trade union leaders, all you please take a stand. Let the public merge with the president to get more information. Calling all them Scrap Iron sellers and give them a license and keep one for the President Mr. Alan Ferguson put them fellas in uniform so you could make them out from far. So you could tell if they're buying scrap iron or they're thieving copper wire. Scrap iron, whole battery buying. On top the truck if you hear them ball. Scrap iron, whole battery buying. Old fridge stuff galvanized and all. Scrap iron, whole battery buying. Second hand underwear and old bra. Scrap iron, whole battery buying. Old petticoat and chilling choir. Scrap iron, whole battery buying. You could hear them trucks from afar. Scrap iron, old battery buying. Old petticoat and marijuana. And this evening at the Esplanade, you'll be hearing it with music. Thank you very much, Tobago.
Certainly. And Mr. Ferguson, I guess we're out of time, almost out of time right now, but, just give us a last word about this evening and why is it so important that Tobagonians show up?
Because, we want to work with them to able to move this crime from Tobago. Because we know Tobago is a beautiful place where tourists come and we can't afford to lose these tourists and lose this fairness and loveliness in Tobago. So we are asking them, come out. We're ready to work with you all, Tobago, and this evening is the starting of the change of what to take place in Tobago. And you know, and I know, without you, we cannot do it. Thank you.
All right, I want to thank you so much, Mr. Ferguson, for being on. And of course, like I said, it's at 3 o'clock.
3:30 this evening.
3:30 this afternoon at the Esplanade. So come out and support and let your voices be heard and hear a very long list of speakers, a lot of good people that will be on to share as we try to, do what we can to change the trajectory of our society right now. All right, thank you so much. And viewers, please don't go anywhere. We're done with Mr. Ferguson and the scrap iron dealers, but we're not done with GMT. So we got a lot more coming up for you after the break, so don't go anywhere.
Together we're stronger. Good morning, Tobago.
Everybody only worrying. Never ever worry. Don't mind how things looking hard. I tell them never ever worry. If your life can't get damaged bad. I tell them never ever worry. What I'm saying is true. So just consider Tatil is always right here for you. Never ever worry if sickness catch you off guard. I tell them never ever worry if times fall on you real hard. I tell them never ever worry. What I'm saying is true. So just consider Tatil will always be here for you.
Never worry about a thing. Tatil, where people are people. You know what I mean.
Hello everyone, it's your boy Harry here from Authentic Car Clinic, located right here in Tobago at Torbay Local Road. You can WhatsApp us or call us at 366-4173.
Come in. Long time I see you. This station pumping. Ready for children party. Mommy! Jay, you can't go nowhere with these children. And you know you can't depend on Kevin neither Steven to see about them. Yeah, total waste. So I supposed to stay home whole time? Jada is 12. She could see about that. You just leave Jada to see about Kia and Kayla? I thought it's your mother or your sister. Who? Them always busy. Jada could handle that. She cooking and cleaning a long time. And the next two better know what time it is. It's only me, you know. I will talk to my mother. She just home these days. She will make sure the children okay. Alright. Let me see the moves for later.
Before your Ramajé, make sure the children okay. Call 996 to report all child abuse now. A message from the Children's Authority of Trinidad and Tobago.
Now get whatever you need whenever you need it anywhere in Tobago with Tobago. Your meals, medication, groceries, and shopping all delivered directly to you. No more hassle, no more stress. Get the Tobago app today on Google Play or Apple App Store.
That's TAPPOGO and let us deliver to you.
Check our website at www.tapogo.app or call the experts at 494-TOGO and 484-4746. Tobago. Relax. We will get it to you. Tobago's at your service.
Welcome back to Good Morning Tobago on Tobago Updates. Viewers, we are now moving on to some matters of finance. So we are being joined this morning by Command Contour owner, coach. Yeah, we could say that, Mr. Ballet Granville. And of course, so good morning and welcome to you. And you can tell us a little bit about yourself and what is Command Contour.
Hi, good morning. So a little bit about myself. Of course, I'm a son of the soil, grew up in Tobago. I'm probably better known for being a musician than anything else in Tobago. And went abroad. Also a civil engineer because I'm the one that set out the Dwight York Stadium, and then went abroad and did some study in civil engineering. But while abroad, I was introduced to investing and the world of finance, and started to learn, and eventually started to teach for an American company, which I did for about 4 years or so. And this was teaching the trading and trading online, Forex trading in particular. And then eventually I decided to break away from that and start teaching on my own, create an academy of my own, and also create some software that will help individuals learn how to trade. But I think the biggest thing is really seeing individuals and traders struggle in the financial markets, and then because of the struggle and being pretty desperate for money or to try and get ahead, they approach things in the wrong way. They fall for scams and schemes, people promising them the world. And we want to educate Tobagonians about this, how to spot these things, what to do, what not to do in terms of their own personal finances, and then how to approach things in the right way when it comes to trading.
Now, of course, and as you mentioned, we've had quite a lot of scams within this space. It seems as though every month there's something new popping up. Tell me a little bit about what we should be looking forward to in terms of spotting what are scams, and knowing that, hey, this might be something that might be a good thing to invest in.
All right, so the first thing is the promise of very crazy returns. So there is a good book called The Richest Man in Babylon. And the richest man in Babylon says, gold flees the hand of those who pursue it or push it to outrageous returns. Such a fantastic book to read if you're interested in finances anyways. But that's one of the things. So when somebody is saying, oh, give me your money and then we will give you a 10% return or a 20% return in a space of a month, and that will be compounding over time. You just leave your money in, you could put money back in, and it may work for a little while, but then eventually it all goes to none. I mean, and we've seen it, the cash effects of this world and all of these other things that show up.
I mean, in terms of things like Bitcoin and that sort of thing that still continues to, be in our space.
Well, I mean, Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies are in and of their own something slightly different. Bitcoin in itself is sort of a decentralized cryptocurrency, and that is okay, but of course it's still pretty much still trying to be accepted by the bigger picture or the bigger fish, meaning hedge funds, or meaning the regulators in the US. But for the most part, Bitcoin has been around for a little while, and I think it sort of stood the test of time, and people are invested in it. I mean, that's why the price is where's at the moment in terms of, like, I think it's about 40,000 and something plus US for one Bitcoin, where it started at cents when it eventually started when the recession hit in 2009. So Bitcoin is okay, but again, you've got to be careful, because there are people who would say, all right, well, give us your money, we will invest in Bitcoin for you, and this is the type of returns that you're going to get. All promises, but shallow promises at best.
How do you know in terms of which avenues that you should take for investment? Because, you know, a lot of times, you know, some of these things are attached to, you need to have a US account. And a lot of people, we do not have access to US accounts. Our banks don't necessarily allow us the same freedom as other banks would internationally. So how do we be able to navigate those challenges and make sure that we're not falling for someone scamming us out of the money in the process?
Well, you know what, this is a very sad situation in Trinidad and Tobago. Because of the bank's restrictions, then people are forced into the scams and schemes, unfortunately. But I would say, in terms of spotting the or what is truth from what is not truth, first you've got to have people who are regulated by or if you're going to give your money to people, put it that way, you've got to give your money to people who are regulated, who are either qualified as investors to take investments from people, and also if you're dealing with brokerages, if you're doing trading yourself, then you have to put your money into regulated brokers. And we're going to, you know, touch a bit more on that and explain a bit more on that in our session this afternoon that we're going to have at the Scarborough Library at 6:30 p.m. But if you're coming, or a family member is coming to you, or a friend is coming to you and saying, hey, just put your money into this, and, you know, look at how much money I've made, then you want to really question that a bit, because you know, everybody wants to see a bit of a return on their money. You put your money into the banks, and if you get 1%, you're lucky. But personally, I believe that you should learn how to trade yourself and learn how to navigate the markets yourself. And even if you realize, okay, well, potentially this is not for me, at least you come from an educated position, so that you could make a decision, say, okay, well, I can't do this myself, but I would want to give the money to somebody else who will be able to do it for me. And this somebody else would be somebody who is professionally qualified to trade on your behalf. Now, it doesn't necessarily have to be somebody professionally qualified. It could be somebody that you really trust or so, but they are limited in terms of the amount of money that they could actually take from people. Well, within the UK where I'm at, you could potentially take from family members up to about 10 people, but then after that you've got to be registered. Okay, in Trinidad and Tobago could be slightly different. But yeah, that's how I would encourage people to do it. But come from a place of education, and we've created sort of a platform that allows people to get the right education onto how to navigate these markets appropriately. Because again, you could go onto YouTube, you could type in, learn how to trade, and all sorts come up. But I could tell you now from the jump, what they're teaching you on YouTube is not even close to what you're supposed to learn in terms of trading.
And not only that, being able to navigate that within the restrictions that we have here in Trinidad and Tobago. Yeah,
that's right. Now, I tell you, in terms of navigating the craziness and the nonsense, I think I've gone through enough of it for everybody. That's why I can say, no, we can't go in that direction. This is the direction that we need to go into. And that comes from when I first initially started, you know, just putting money into trading accounts, going to certain trading academies and learning and just blowing up those accounts left, right, and center. And eventually I had to step back and take a stock of, you know, my approach to the whole trading. And I had to then do courses from people who were more professional in the markets, and I got those training from professional people. Over the years, I had probably about 3 coaches who traded professionally, and when I say professionally, they had license, they managed millions of money or US dollars, had traded for institutions rather than trading at home. So you were able to see the difference between their approach as opposed to somebody who was at home or somebody who is teaching you on YouTube to approach the markets. And what I'm doing now is what I've learned from these institutions, I'm now teaching it to people at home so that they could approach things in the right way.
Now, as we're wrapping up our conversation this morning, I would just like you to tell me a little bit about why, just in a minute, tell me why you are choosing to share some of your knowledge this afternoon at the library.
Well, the reason why is that I've just been hit very hard in terms of not approaching trading in the right way, so lost a lot of money. But not only that, saw a lot of friends lose a lot of money, and one of the heartbreaking calls that I got last year was a lady saying, hi coach, but they call me coach, say, hi coach, I see that you've got a new program and I really want to get on board because I've purchased this trading bot and I've put it on my account and I lost 50,000 worth of my life savings. So I have to start all over again. And I just don't want that for my people in Tobago. So I really want them to get the education that is necessary to make the right decisions and to protect their finances.
And you're going to get that education when and where?
So we're going to start and give you an introduction to how you could do that at the Scarborough Library this afternoon, 6 p.m. at the library auditorium.
All right, great. I want to thank you so much, Coach, for being on with us and for sharing with us what is to come for your seminar. And of course, viewers, if you are interested in learning about finance a bit more, especially trading, well, this is one place where you can go and find out a bit more. So thank you for being here with us. And of course, viewers, thank you for joining us this morning. I hope you have a safe and wonderful day, and we'll see you again tomorrow.
It's a brand new